Hey, Steelers Nation, how you doing? I hope you had a fantastic week. It's Friday. The work week is finally over. Hope you were able to catch that live show on Steelers Nation Australia last night, where I was a guest speaker on, where I get to speak with Mark and Britsburg Owen. It was a pretty good time. We were able to bring three guys from across the world together and talk some black and gold Steeler football. It was a great time. Highly encourage you to go find them, subscribe, and watch that video. Today, what I want to talk to you guys about is how I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be attacking defenses this year. You know, it's first year without Ben Roethlisberger, and all eyes are on Matt Canada to see what he's going to do. I'm Daniel J. This is State of the Steelers. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Don't forget that notification button so you don't miss any of our daily segments and our weekly lives. Also, I'm giving away 2 tickets to see the Steelers play this year against the Jets on October 2nd. The way you enter into that contest is to be a subscriber. We'll be giving away we'll be going live on July 4th to announce the winner of that contest, and you'll have to be on the live. So we highly encourage you to hit that bell so that you're notified of. With that being said, guys, I'm Daniel J. This is State of the Steelers, and welcome to the Huddle. So this is year 1 without Ben Roethlisberger. Matt Canada, all eyes are on him, and we're going to see what he can do this year. I think that we're going to be running a little bit more heavy personnel, with defenses in the National Football League kind of transitioning to a smaller, lighter, faster middle linebackers and defensive backs. I think us going heavy is going to be a real good opportunity for us to exploit some of these defenses. Think about it. If we had Najee Harris, who is known to catch the ball, right, and we can spread him out, and we can have Pat Freiermuth, who also has good hands, Pickens, Claypool, and Gentry out there, in the huddle. Defenses see that, they're going to put in heavy personnel, and what do you know? That's when we spread them out, and all those guys can catch the ball. I think that's going to be something that we're going to do quite often. I think once teams start to pick up on that, then we start bringing it in. Once they start putting in smaller guys because they're anticipating us to run some type of pass play, we start bringing it in and start pounding it down their throat with Najee Harris. And so it opens up also the play action pass. Najee Harris ran the ball significant last year, and without any play action pass, defensives were just keying in on him, and he had to make so many different plays out of nothing. It was incredible what he was able to do last year. And with Mitch Trubisky, who's been known to be a good play action pass quarterback, I think he's going to be deadly, especially come the first couple of weeks. I think we're going to go into Cincinnati week 1 and we're going to punch them in the mouth. They're not going to expect it. The Steelers have played a certain type of game for the last couple of years, and it was a short, intermittent pass. It was an extension of the run type of passing game where we were throwing real quick, and the defense has picked up on it. They came in, and the big indicator is if you look at our schedule. In 2020, we went 11-0. What happened in 2019? Ben Roethlisberger wasn't there. And so in 2020, all defenses had to do, and earlier on, or what they were forced to do, was look at Ben earlier in his career where he threw the ball deep. And so we went 11-0 and surprised some people because we were playing a different style of football. Defenses were anticipating Ben Roethlisberger throwing deep, yet we were throwing underneath. That caught up to us when we weren't changing it, when defenses started to make adjustments. And then we started to lose to teams like the Washington Commanders. And then I think we beat ourselves in that playoff game against the Turds. And so what I'm trying to say is that I think that defenses saw what we were doing, and I think that they're going to anticipate us doing the same thing. Don't be surprised the play action pass is going to work fairly often. Also passes over the middle. Ben Roethlisberger stayed away from that in the last couple of years. And so, I think Pat Freiermuth is going to have a field day those first couple games. If you are a player of fantasy sports, I highly recommend picking up Freiermuth or even Gentry. I wouldn't be surprised if he's one of those guys that on fantasy football that's going to come up pretty big or clutch earlier on in the season. He's going to be a person that not all eyes are going to be. When you have Deontay Johnson, Najee Harris, Pat Freiermuth, and now George Pickens on the outside and Claypool, Gentry's probably going to get the least looks. And so he's going to have those mismatch opportunities over the middle I'm thinking there's going to be a lot of eating going on by our two tight ends in the middle, especially with the play action pass. So what else do we got? We have a battle at the left guard position, where recently I was looking at some pictures where they had Kendrick Green alongside Kevin Dotson. And one thing that I'll say is that don't count Kendrick Green out. He was picked up because his mobility and his ability to pull. And one thing that the Steelers love about their guards and centers is their ability to pull. And so, there was a picture of him and Kevin Dotson side by side, and Kendrick Green's lower body, his legs look massive compared to Kevin Dotson. So I think it's going to be a pretty good battle. It's going to, there was some reports last year that Kevin Dotson came in maybe not prepared, whether that was physically or mentally. I think that those reports were valid. There was reports that Ray Turner was initially brought in not because he was a replacement for DeCastro, but to push Kevin Dotson more into, coming up a little bit quicker. Something was lacking that year. I think that position right there is going to be one to look for. I can't wait for the pads to come on. I'll be going to training camp this year. I'm hoping to be there. I'm going to be there for the Friday Night Lights game and or scrimmage, whatnot. But I'm going to get there a few days earlier. So if you guys are out there, anybody wants to say hello or anything, I'll be there. So come say hi. I'm going to hope to get maybe an interview with a player or coach or something. Hopefully I'll be fortunate for one of them to come by, but I'll be out there at training camp, guys. I'm looking forward to that position battle there. Of course, everybody's going to be looking at the quarterback battle. I honestly don't think there's much of a competition, with Mitch Trubisky being there, and all indications is that, or all reports right now are that he's doing fairly well, doing very good, and hasn't really given up that first spot. I think that Mason Rudolph, I like the kid. I think he's a good guy. I actually was hoping he would, become the franchise quarterback, previously, 2019 and whatnot. I had high hopes for him. I have a color rush Mason Rudolph jersey. But I don't think come 53, he's going to be on the team. This is a team that doesn't live in their fears, or at least claim to not live in their fears and not to seek comfort. And the only reason to have Mason Rudolph on the team right now is the fact that he's been on the team more than the other quarterbacks on the team. He's been in the Matt Canada offense already, so there's the comfort behind that. And the fear would be that if, the reason to keep him would be in case of an injury. And so if we're a team that doesn't live in our fears and we're a team that doesn't seek comfort, I don't anticipate Mason Rudolph being on this team. There's no reason for him to be here. We have a hopefully franchise quarterback coming up that we drafted this year that's going to be the heir apparent. And we have a bridge quarterback that, by all reports early on, is doing fairly well. And so I wouldn't be surprised if Mason Rudolph doesn't make it past, doesn't make it to 53 or week 1. I think he's going to be some trade capital if there's an injury or whatnot out there. But we'll see. Only time will tell. I look forward to it, guys. But that's all I got for you guys today. I'm Daniel J, the State of the Steelers. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, especially if you want to get a part of that ticket giveaway. Seats are really awesome, and hey, they're free. So what do you have to lose? I'm Daniel J, State of the Steelers. Y'all have a good morning. Peace.